Hello guys, so this is my first video on my channel. So I'm Shubho. This is my first video. I'm a graphics designer based in Kolkata, and I'm a photographer as well. So graphics designer, photographer, video editing. I do video editing sometimes, motion graphics. So let's call it a multimedia professional. I do multimedia. That's the thing I do, and I'm just starting out. So I thought let's do this YouTube thing, and let's take all of you to a journey of my life. So I, for one, am starting out. This YouTube channel is also starting out. So this will be a great story to tell, great place to document my growth. And also, I will tell you guys how my past was, why I chose multimedia, and how this all thing came to be. So since I am a graphics designer, let's talk about graphics designing multimedia as a thing. Multimedia has now expanded its horizon. So previously multimedia and film profession meant it was only in the big screen, so the movies, or if you saw the hoardings and stuff, it was mainly hand painted, hand drawn. Even movie posters were hand drawn. Now it's all drawn to a computer, and now we are more than ever surrounded by graphics and multimedia. So let's talk about us. Let's talk about the people who does these graphics and multimedia. And today, if you go out or even inside your house, you will see graphics and multimedia, from the people who are designing your book covers, to the covers of your notebooks, to the calendars, to the to the banners, to the hoardings, to anything, to the newspaper ads. And advertisements today has expanded its horizon. So it's not only on just papers and hoardings or billboards. It's now in YouTube. This very video where you're seeing it in, it's on YouTube. It's on blogs. It's on games. Even games now they have video ads. So the thing is, nowadays, like, and even in the daily soaps, the daily soap operas that you so often love or hate, there's either one of those. You really love the soap operas or you really hate the soap operas. So there is that. You have advertisements in TV. Anywhere you go, there are advertisements, be it video, be it audio. On Spotify, on Savan, if you are not giving them the money, you're gonna get ads. It's audio based ad mainly. So we are practically surrounded by it. Like today, if you think of it, you are practically surrounded by graphics, multimedia, and everything. Like, you go out, there are those electronic billboards where there are multiple ads, and you see those videos, or you see those multiple posters, and the normal billboards and stuff is always there. So we are practically surrounded. Like, from the logo of a restaurant to the package that they give, everything is made by a graphics designer, a video editor, a motion graphics artist. If you look to the cinemas, they have VFX artists, cinemas. And even today, with certain serials, you have these awesome, monsters and gods things, and then you have VFX artists over there too. So yeah, we are pretty much surrounded by these people. And let's talk about photography, since we are talking about movies. Photography was invented as a form of documentation, right? So if something was happening, you click a snapshot, and that's basically it. It's like, this thing happened, nothing else. But now we have turned it into an in an art. So there are things like this light is hitting this subject in this angle, and it looks mystical and magical. and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is, photography has evolved from its humble root of just being a documentary thing to being an art form on its own, right? And it's literally lighting with light, as the name suggests, photo and graphy, painting with light. So we are doing that, we are taking light and we are painting beautiful pictures with it, and it has devolved into so many genres. We have travel photography, street photography, we have indoor fashion photographies, outdoor fashion photographies, product photography inside the studio. We have so many genres that it is unbelievably complex nowadays to just say that photography is just for documentation. But now that we have established more or less how important multimedia is at this point of time, let's talk about something else. So think of the people who are doing these, graphics designers, photographers, videographers, the people who work in your marriage, and the people who the people who are doing these passport photos or the stamp photographs, right? The thing that you need for your numerous ID cards that you have. There are many, right? So you have weddings, you have these passport and stamp photograph needs because of various IDs, and then you have many other reasons why you might want to have your photograph taken. And graphics designers as well, you need this to happen, you need that to happen. There are numerous reasons why you need a video editor or a graphics designer or anyone like that, or maybe someone who can work with audio editing. So numerous reasons. Maybe a programmer, even if you want a website, you want a web designer. So there are numerous things why you need these creative professionals. But some people, and by some I mean quite a lot, I'm not generalizing, this is not everybody, but we who are involved in any form of art and anything that borders around art or our artists ourselves, we have encountered a specific kind of people who are like, hey, can you do this thing for me? Sure, it's this much and you're gonna get this by like 10 days, 15 days, whatever the time you give them. And then the guy comes up, what? You're gonna charge me? Like, of course, this is my living, that's how I pay for my food, that's how I keep the lights on. And then this guy comes up and says, oh, it's not free? Of course it's not free, it's my livelihood. That's how I earn my money, man. How can it be free? And this guy is like, oh, really? And there's another guy, another type of person who is like, hey, can you do this for me? I'm like, yeah, sure, it's this much, you will get it by 10-15 days. And this guy is like, well, I am your friend, or this thing comes as I am your friend, or someone you should not be doing, or even worse, I am known to this friend of yours. So this friend of yours knows me, and because of that I am entitled to a discount, and the discount usually comes down to 80% of your original asking. And listen, you are my friend, and in certain cases it makes sense, right? Let's say you are a long time friend and you want just one favor that will take me like 10 minutes to do. Okay, fine, yeah. But the moment you are asking for something that you're going to make money out of, or you need something for that to make money, or just to hang it in a wall, and it's going to take me a lot of work and energy, you have to realize that just because I'm your friend, I'm not going to invest so much time in it and not get anything in return. Because if I was investing that time in someone else's project who was not my friend, I could have made money. And I need money to survive. Money is the thing that I'm doing everything for. And let's get real here. Okay. Nobody's trying to cheat no one. Money is essential. We work for money, not because money is the thing we need, because we need stuff that money can get us, be it clothing, be it food, be it the lights, be it the car, be it the fuel for the car. So you get what I'm trying to tell you. And another thing that I like to tell any of these people that are watching that wants to get things from us, from professionals, artists, not only photographers and videographers and media professionals. There are people who would try to get things like this free from stores, or artist who makes drawings by hand. No, Instagram exposure is not gonna pay my bills. I'm sorry, I don't care about your 5,000 followers on Instagram. Instagram exposure will never pay our bills. So stop being a choosing beggar, and please, for the love of Almighty, pay the artist. Because you know what, one day you are looking for someone to make your logo, to make your visiting card, to do stuff, right? You are looking for someone to edit you a small video of your kids dancing. Maybe there's a small obstruction and you want someone to edit that part out. Maybe you want the audio to be a bit more refined. It's a core memory, your kid dancing, or maybe your kids going on a recitation competition, and you want to capture that, and you want the audio to be more refined, or you want the obtrusive part edited out. So you go to this person who you know can do these things, and you ask them to do it for free. Why? Like, there is no reason why that person, or anyone for that matter, would do it for free. Why would they do it for free? And when you are telling people to do stuff for free, what you are essentially telling them is, this profession will not pay you, because there are these people who are choosing beggars, and they will not pay you, and they will never pay you, mostly never pay you. And then these people lose heart, and then they join another profession, and then you complain that you can't find a half decent photographer, you can't find a half decent designer, you can't find a half decent guy who can edit videos, because you killed them. You killed the profession. Now, talking about working for free, what I will also say is, to the designers and the photographers and the people who are trying, who are starting out, yeah, sometimes working for free makes sense, but that's the catch, only sometimes. You have your friend who has a huge gig, and you're like, hey, let me in, and I'll go there. I won't take money, I'll just click some photos and I'll just give it to you. One, you get the experience. Two, you get to go there. You have a portfolio now. So you are benefiting. It is going to help you in your long-term career. So you are benefiting. Now, this is the this is the only time, working for free actually will make sense. Other than this, there is no way. So when you decide that you want to work for free, or you want to work for a lower rate than you actually take for other projects, make sure how you're benefiting from this. Instagram exposure is not going to feed you, and not all Instagram exposure is good. And trust me when I say this, I have done this for an influencer because I was young and naive, right? And I went there, and that exposure didn't go well because that person, he did not stand up to my expectations, and I essentially could not post any photographs that I took there because they were not up to my mark. So I could not post those pictures on my Instagram feed because they were not up to my mark. So when you go there, make sure that you can actually use this opportunity to get some, get some traction, and that it will actually help you. Not like some virtual thing, no. Just make sure what you are trying to do and do it. Don't work for free or at a highly discounted rate 99.99% of the time. And also don't try to sell yourself short. Don't offer your services at an astounding low rate, because what this will do is, one, it will damage the industry because everybody will like so don't try to sell yourself at an astounding low rate because sorry, the camera fell almost. Astounding low rate, because what it will do is it will damage the industry, number one. What it will do is people will say, oh, that guy is offering this much for free, but you know yourself very well that you can't continue asking for that low of a price and continue working. But the problem for you is when you ultimately decide that you are gonna let's say increase the price, you can't do that because you have only attracted people who are trying to get the work for cheap. They're not gonna come to you. Now you have a hard place fighting. So do something. Work for the people that you think is right. Work for a rate that is at least respectable. I'm not telling you to go on like market or above market level and expects people will flock to you. I'm not telling you to you know your abilities, you set the price according to what you think is right, but don't sell yourself short. Don't, like, if the market is charging 1,000 rupees for a service, don't charge like 100, 200 for it. You are destroying yourself. That's what you are doing. So this was the topic of today's video. It's basically an introduction of what this channel is going to be, and a rant, if you would call it, about people in the industry, customers and professionals, trying to destroy the industry by trying to make us work for free or for prices that make absolutely no sense. So, don't, from now on, don't tell us that, oh, it's going to take 10, you're not paying me for the 10 minutes it's going to take me. I have wasted a year to learn it and then 2 years to perfect it. You are going to pay me for the 3 years of time that I have wasted and the money that I've put into the training and education. I should not say I've wasted, like the 3 years of time that I've invested in learning and the money that I'm putting into learning these things. So please, for everyone of you watching out there, do not expect artists to work for you for free. And artists and professionals, do not sell yourself short. If you have a friend or a relative or a cousin that is working in these fields, don't ask for a family discount. He is your friend, he is your cousin, he is your relative. You should support them. Help them grow. That's your duty. Don't kill them. Don't kill the profession. That's all for now. That's all for me, Mr. Shubho, and we'll be seeing you in the next video. Hopefully that's coming very soon. So subscribe and turn on the bell notifications and like this video. Thank you. Good night. Take care. Jai Hind. Bande Mataram.